Howdy. Hello. Okay. Sound works. Wait a second. Okay, I did. I was like, wait a second, I did not do that. Oh. New character. Finch ball. Alright, whatever. This is going to be probably relatively extreme. And the thing is that I'm curious about what we will learn about Emily. But it's more like it's going to be at the end of this cycle when I will, or might be, decide on Emily. Because of what will be in the next banner. It will be 5.0, you know. So, fuck knows. It's more like if there wouldn't be any important character, and because I'm guaranteed, and it's like in the I think around 40, 50, 30, 38 PT. That's not even that low. I mean that high, but whatever. It's guaranteed, so I wouldn't go for it.
Shower me with threat. Transfixed.
Order guide.
Okay, you guys. It's probably all of you.
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
It says that it's below. It's going to be those three. Wait, were there more that I should have? Hey. Okay. Okay. What the fuck that...
scattered around.
Huh. Oh, there's so many of you. And where is that one? Oh, this will be the time thingy, right? There it is. Hmm? Reach the threshold! Time event?
My God, this is terrible. I don't understand. The three great clans of Constellation Metropole have finally made peace with each other. Who could have done this?
Hmm.
What happened? Oh no, someone's lying on the ground. Cappy!
I'm thinking more like about the that it's Pyro and he said that it will be Boraboros something or Barbarola. Who was it? Even Barbarola said that he would be. Now Barbarola would be Geo. But I don't think that the colors represent the reality. So I really think that it's misdirection. However, I'm thinking who would murder whom, and it's more like there was Motoko who died, Egeria who died. Well, the predecessor of Barbatos wasn't. Didn't die during the cataclysm. Rukadevata died. I don't know about Mahuika. I don't know about the Tsaritsa. I don't know about. I mean, we know about Zhongli. That I said Venti. Is there any other nation? That's all the nations.
How did this happen?
Captain, you idiot! Wake up! You need to revise your last words or everyone's gonna start suspecting me!
Last words? What did he say?
If I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boberano.
Ugh, you could have at least pretended to not remember it.
I'm sorry, Boberano, but this is an interrogation. I have to give the detective straight answers.
Don't worry, Boberano. I don't consider you a suspect, nor do I have the authority to charge anyone with a crime. So, are you the last people to have had contact with him? My
Yes.
sincere condolences. You were travel companions, right? It's a real tragedy. I'm afraid he'll be out cold for another hour and a half, at least.
Because Egeria went to Sumeru. But basically everybody went to Sumeru. Except Nahida. Not Nahida, Rukadabata, because Rukadabata was protecting Yermensul. So the thing is that I think either Motoko was murdered, because Rukadevata would be like the more obvious. She was protecting Irminsul, and I think Irminsul was the target of the attack. Now the other thing is that I just realized, because I was watching another video, that the Durin incident was actually just 100 years ago, and that's when Dvalin has defeated him. Now the question is, when? I mean, we know that Dvalin was not corrupted then, or since then. But how long was Dvalin corrupted? I think it's not. So I think we, as a community, know it. It's just I don't remember it.
Yeah, I know. It's despicable. Hitting someone in the back of the head is the second worst act of cruelty there is. The first being replacing their gear oil with extra strong glue.
So, Cape's not dead?
His gears, metal frame and shell are all still in excellent condition. It's just his energy supply that's been all messed up.
Okay, now let's start to see the parallels. So it's not even died. It's just his energy supply that's been all messed up. His gears, metal frame and shell are all still in excellent condition.
Wait. But surely you can't be suggesting that just because Cape isn't broken, there's no need to go looking for the culprit.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. More like Egeria has died, but the faking death, but that's faking death that happened with Fossilor. So no. Rukadevata, well, she died and replaced. Now she died and replaced. Now Mahuika, if we are getting to the that maybe it is Pyro. Mahuika could do something like this, because this is a prediction, so it's I'm not sure that every little story will represent the history, or maybe that history is in the future.
No, there's a need! Huge need!
Unfortunately, this is rapidly turning into a cold case. There's no evidence and no witnesses. Unless there's an official clockwork pedestal, the goddess of prophecy around here somewhere.
I mean, there's an official clockwork pedestal of the goddess of prophecy around here.
Excuse me. Then suddenly the long-lost dragon of old flew across the sky.
Where?
I didn't see anything. Wait, why can't I move?
Oh, my mistake. It was just a cloud. Or a bird. Or something. If only we could turn time backwards and replay the crime.
Isn't it one of those, clockwork socket things right behind you?
Ah, so it is. No wonder everyone here is suddenly struggling to move. Traveller, if you please, let's recreate the crime scene.
The crime seems too chaotic. I can't make heads or tails of it.
There's way too many things. But now let's watch it. Something happened here.
Well, that clears it up. Cappe was walking along the street, and he suddenly collapsed. He was faking it.
What? So case closed? Aren't you supposed to investigate a little more first?
Faking it.
Well, we literally replayed the crime scene and saw it with our own eyes. There's no need for any evidence gathering or powers of deduction now. And besides, maybe the truth is inherently strange by nature. Like how Constellation Metropole has 3 histories, each of which is the truth.
But didn't you say Cappe was struck in the back of the head and knocked unconscious?
For all I know, he could have bashed his head against a toilet bowl before leaving the house, then walked here in a daze before finally passing out. As for why he might have done that, my guess is... With the Supreme Clan question left unanswered and the tension in Constellation Metropole suddenly wiped away, he was looking to create a new source of conflict.
Supreme Clan. I don't know what that would represent, because the nations are not in war against each other. The attention of Constellation Metropole. Which I might have interpreted, if it's the satellite is Celestia, then Metropole is not, then I might have misread a lot of things earlier. But if Metropole is Celestia, so the tension in Constellation Metropole suddenly wiped away. He was looking to create a new source of conflict.
Only then would the city feel alive again.
Do we really think he's capable of that, though? Sounds like a pretty complicated conspiracy for the average Simulanka resident.
Traveler, something about the crime scene isn't sitting right with me. It just seems unnatural.
It is?
Also, anything outside of the immediate area won't have appeared in the replay. Is it possible that something was missing from the scene? Why don't we search the area?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that
Wait,
nothing
what are you
was
doing?
happening there.
Oh, we're gonna head to Cappe's house to check the toilet bowl for signs of an impact.
But why the toilet bowl?
A pickaxe? What is it doing all the way down here? There's gotta be a story behind it. Let's take it. There's a spear here. It looks so mysterious. Let's take it.
Hello there. Have you seen my spear by any chance? Someone was shouting about a dragon a minute ago, and I instinctively threw it into this. Yeah.
That might be.
You're not from these parts, are you? Just visiting?
Yep, that's right. Why? What's up?
Ah, well, I was gonna offer you a great job in the Titanium mines. A safe and secure working environment.
Doesn't sound very safe. At least not as safe as being a courier.
To keep the titanium ore intact, we use specially designed pickaxes that can't cut through it. Even if you struck a person with it, it wouldn't so much as leave a scratch.
Can't cut through it. How?
And in terms of labor intensity, the work has been rated as Class 2 physical labor by a reputable organization. Even cats can do it.
Even cats. But she's not a
I'm
cat.
not. Never mind. I give up.
Welcome to Paimon's world.
Actually.
Mind you, I don't know what happened today, but somehow a pickaxe has gone missing. Maybe one of the giant guards broke it down, so someone took it to perform a rapid resuscitation procedure.
Sounds pretty brutal for a first aid technique. Still, a missing pickaxe. Huh. Is it just me, Traveler, or does it seem kinda suspicious?
Now that I have the pickaxe, can I give it back?
Come here. Whatever it is you were looking to buy, please do come back tomorrow. It's just, I have to close early today. A bottle of growth serum has gone missing. If someone's stolen it with the intention of harming others, the consequences could be disastrous. There's a whole investigation into it, so I gotta close the shop while I do an inventory count. If it turns out I'm wrong and I miscounted, I could be charged with filing a false report and disturbing the peace.
False report.
There's a strange potion bottle here. Looks so weird. Let's take it.
Okay.
Let's say one of these was the weapon used in the assault. Which one do you think it is?
The growth serum, the guard spear, and the pickaxe. No, the pickaxe couldn't be because it wouldn't hurt anybody. The guard spear. It has a perfectly good reason to be where it was. It wasn't like a planned thing to steal the guard spear.
If it was the growth serum, Cappe would have been turned into a giant.
Also, the bottle probably would have shattered when it hit him. We would have seen the debris on the ground.
Let's say one of these was the weapon used in the assault. Which one do you think it is? If so, there's no way his head would still be in such good shape. He'd have a big dent in the back.
And if the guard is to be believed, he had the spear in his possession right up until that guy shouted about the dragon.
Let's say one of these was the weapon used in the assault. Which one do you think it is?
If it was the pickaxe, Cappe sure is lucky it's not still lodged in his head.
Actually, you're wrong there, Paimon. The foreman at the mine was just saying, this kind of pickaxe is designed not to damage titanium, so it couldn't cause any superficial damage to residents here. But you could probably knock someone out if you hit them hard enough, and it wouldn't leave a scratch.
I don't know. I thought that it's more like not like a toy pickaxe, but more like an ethereal pickaxe. But maybe that's on me.
Let's take this back to the crime scene and replay it one more time.
Ah, you're back. How was the toilet at Cappe's house?
Toilet? What about it? Oh, yeah, forget that.
Show the
What's
pickaxe.
this about? What are you trying to say?
We thought the way Cape fell looked odd, so we searched the area for suspicious items and found this. It could have been deliberately placed out of range of the crime scene so it wouldn't show up when we replayed it. Now we've retrieved it, we were gonna replay it again. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, I just remembered I forgot to turn off the clockwork switch in my kitchen. Yeah, I think I'll just,
Oh no, you stay right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of thought that the detective has done something there at the same time, as I was saying.
We should be good now.
Yeah, he's right there. Why did you do it? These guys are evil.
So you're the attacker!
Mm-hmm.
So, it was you!
And it's going to be Olivier?
I would congratulate you for cracking the case, but since I did such an abysmal job of covering my tracks, it didn't exactly have your work cut out for you. So, all I can say is... catch me if you can!
Hmm?
We have a runner! That's it! Let me at him!
The would-be Marquis of Carabas dispatched the Necromancer Boots, who ran off in pursuit of the poor little minion. The minion's poor little lower back was protesting painfully against the intense physical activity. He decided to take the elevator, giving him a moment to catch his breath. Really? His lower back asked. But the minion had no other choice. He resolved to make the jump down. By this point, the Necromancer in boots was gasping for air. The minion was huffing and puffing, even more loudly. But we'll ignore that.
I'm not! Don't underestimate the gold-level courier of the Komania Express!
A characteristically catty response from the Necromancer. Tell me, what do you hope to gain from bullying me?
I get to let off some steam!
Ha-ha! You fell into my trap! In fact, all the glue in this world is created by me, using my narrator powers. I make it and the residents just gather what they need.
Rats! Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys right now. You can just jump out of your shoes and keep running, but Wait, I'm wearing boots this time.
The unnamed minion made a last-ditch escape attempt. He began his long climb, up the wall, the tall wall. He began his long climb up the tall wall.
You call that a tall wall?
Oh, fuck you, game. Oh, fuck you, game. That was...
It was you!
And I cannot skip.
So, catch me if
Oh, I did not know, guess that the entire map will fall down.
We have a runner! That's it!
The would-be Marquis of Carabas dispatched the Necromata in boots, who ran off in pursuit of the poor little minion. The minion's poor little lower back was protesting painfully against the intense physical activity. He decided to take the elevator, giving him a moment to catch his breath. Really? His lower back asked. But the minion had no other choice. He resolved to make the jump down. By this point, the Necromata in boots was gasping for air. The minion was huffing and puffing, even more loudly. But we'll ignore that.
I'm not! Don't underestimate the gold-level courier of the Komania Express!
A characteristically catty response from the Necromata. Tell me, what do you hope to gain from bullying me?
I get to let off some steam!
Ha-ha! You fell into my trap. In fact, all the glue in this world is created by me, using my narrator powers. I make it and the residents just gather what they need.
Rats! Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys right now. You can just jump out of your shoes and keep running, but
The unnamed minion made a last-ditch escape attempt. He began his long climb, up the wall, the tall wall. He began his long climb up the tall wall.
you call that a tall wall? In urgent Neko.
I'm beat. I surrender.
Mm-hmm.
You've got
I'm
nowhere
beat.
left to
I'm
run.
surrender.
All right. I confess.
That was fast.
Getting caught by you here was a backup plan. I don't know if what I've done will make things better or not.
Getting caught by you here was a backup plan.
Time to come clean. I am the narrator, the one who's been guiding you all this time.
Yeah, I figured. A shock. My mind is blown.
You're overdoing it a little bit there. Anyway, I only did what I did because...
Because?
Why are you suddenly spilling the beans?
I poured my heart and soul into all this. I was worried you wouldn't ask. The truth is, I was one of the first conscious beings ever made by the goddess of creation. And I've known for a long time that this whole world is just a fairy tale written by the goddess of fate.
Okay. Now it became interesting. So the first creation, which means that one of the shades, one of the first conscious beings, so that one of the shades did not like. Now those could represent the four dark angels. Four archangels. One of them would become Lucifer. But Lucifer is kind of Paimon.
I know they say that fairy tales are just made up for kids to read, but I refuse to believe that fairy tales are just fictional stories and nothing more. The reason why Constellation Metropole has 3 origin stories is that the Goddess of Fate wrote 3 drafts and couldn't decide which one she liked best. Then her cat trod all over them, and they all got crumpled together, so the 3 worlds just sort of folded into one.
Yeah, you know that.
The Goddess of Fate was torn between them anyway, since she couldn't decide which ending was best for the dragon or the kids. So when she saw what the cat had done, she simply decided to go with all 3.
Who'd have thought? But what does any of this have to do with what you did?
You're not a fictional character, so you couldn't hope to understand my sorrow. Honestly, I don't think there's anyone in all of Simulanka who would understand. Every day that I experience, every interaction I have with another person, is it really all just a work of fiction?
And
The only reason the three great clans wanted to find out the truth was for the pointless task of electing the supreme clan. I thought that once they'd learned the truth, it might make them curious enough to investigate further.
so when we're talking about the Supreme Clan, I think about the Archons here. So the only reason the great clans wanted to find out the truth was for the pointless task of electing the Supreme Clan. But they did not want to elect. Oh, the Archon War basically was, so it wasn't about electing the Supreme Clan, but out of hundreds of gods and their nations or whatnot, their people, there were only a few who could remain as supreme clans, basically, the authorities. I thought that once they learned the truth, as the Archons, if they would learn the truth, when at Kanria, it might make them curious enough to investigate further. But they didn't. They accepted what it was. That means that they didn't know it. They probably didn't know it before what it was, but not after they realized it. They didn't investigate further until now. Maybe just one of them was changed by it right away, and that was the Tsaritsa.
But as it turned out, they just accepted it and carried on living the same old lives. I have to motivate them to keep looking for answers now that they think they've learned the truth. I have to make them uncomfortable with the superficial explanation that they took at face value. And I have to figure out, once and for all, while you real people from the outside world are still here, are we real?
So it's an existential crisis, I guess. Why you real people from the outside world are still here. Especially the traveler.
Aww.
That's my full confession. Time for you to take me back. I'm guessing I'll probably be forced to make a public apology, then sentenced to half a day in solitary confinement. I definitely deserve half a day. Oh, also, pass this message on to Cape Bobarano and Albizzi if you could. The Great Clockwork Key was originally put in place jointly by the ancestors of the three clans. If the three of them had any ability to cooperate whatsoever, they'd have been able to remove it by themselves. Over all these years, not once have they ever tried removing it together.
Huh. So the Archons are divided too much. They are only taking care of their nations and they don't care about the others. So that's one thing. Checks out.
Oh, my poor child. There's one thing you've been mistaken about this whole time.
Whose voice is that? Detective? Was that you? Your voice acting's actually pretty good.
Hehe.
The reason fairy tales are suitable for children is that they help them to understand the world.
This is a fairy tale to help us understand the world.
Fairy tales may be works of fiction, but at their heart lies an internal logic that is undoubtedly real-world truth in a condensed form. Perhaps they simplify good and evil, and perhaps they hide the darkness in metaphors.
They hide the darkness in metaphors.
But let there be no doubt. The world within fairy tales is as real as can be. And by extension, you and your compatriots are also real.
I like the the expression because that in this form doesn't exist in my language, but I see what they did there. That the word within fairy tales, the word of Tevat basically, is as real as can be. So it is real, but the full potential of reality is when it becomes what it can be. Really good play of words.
Is it really you?
The line that separates footnotes from narrative can never be crossed. Never the two shall meet. This is why you have never heard my voice before. But now you wish to break free from the story, and there's a cat nearby, so you can hear my echo.
Oh, because of the cat. I mean, I gotta said that you're a cat.
Just your echo.
Oh, poor detective.
So the shades never met. If that's the case, then the shades never met the primordial one. So she's Naikiru Vatar.
So, we are a part of the real world too.
You lead the surrender detective back to Cafe. So we need a shot of the crime scene for evidence, a mugshot of the suspect of the record for the records, and a photo of the heroes for posterity. The guard mulled it over. 3 photos is overkill. Let's just let's just get one big group photo at the crime scene. Suspect, try and look more serious. Heroes, more natural, please. Happy smiles. But no smiling from the victim or their friends and family. Thank you. No, don't get up. Stay on the ground. We need to capture the crime scene as is. 3, 2, 1. Say cheese. Weirdest blah 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 of my life. Weirdest photo experience of my life.
It's spinning. Albizzi just gave me a quick rundown of the situation. So you caught the detective?
Sorta. We chased him until he surrendered. Oh, and he asked us to pass on a message.
You tell the 3 about the rest of what happened. And that they could have removed the great cockroach key if they just
Does he
tried.
really think we didn't try that? 'Cause we did. After 6 months in that place.
Ah, that was my bad. I thought it was a stupid idea at the time, so I didn't really exert myself.
I also sort of stopped trying after 3 years.
You... Never mind. I'm partly to blame as well. On the second attempt, I just hugged the key and pretended like I was pulling as hard as I could.
You guys are so lazy. My granny's neighbor's pet cat has nothing on you, and it spends all day, every day sunbathing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you said you heard the voice of the goddess of fate at the end? That's amazing.
There is a world beyond our own after all.
What would you guys say to taking a trip to the outside world sometime? Otherwise, I got bashed in the back of the head for nothing.
Depends. Do either of you know how to get there? But yes, I agree we should go. And not invite the detective, just to annoy him.
The thing is, if they would be able to get out into the real world, that would be like the proof of why Tevat as a simulation is worth making. Because they sure seem to be glad that they exist.
But maybe the reason we've never worried about whether we're real or not is that, unlike him, we weren't there to witness the creation of this world. We've never had any reason to doubt that we're real. If someone ever convinced me that these delightful dimwits, Cape and Albizzi, weren't real, oh, I'd be devastated.
2 days. Two days. After that, I will quickly do the dailies. Maybe get rid of some resin. Oh, that's not close. We'll try something first. Oh, I cannot pick this one up. Ah, there it is. All right. Look here. Now we're going down. Interesting. What's nothing? By the way, I have stuff like this. Huh. Okay. What? The key doesn't budge an inch. You started up to... If you use the enough force.
Solidify.
Nope. Okay, talk to these guys then. Yeah, they have to do it. Well, if it isn't the Marquis of Caravaza along with her cat and little fairy, why is this not voice acted? I think we should probably stop this now. Surely it's time that Pitine and I drop these rolls. In theory, it should all be over now, but I remember hearing that the point of the ceremony was to help people transition from one mental state to another. To bid farewell to the title of Marquis of Carabas once and for all, we can bring things to a close with a touch of formality. As the Nakamata bids farewell to her boots, through the reflection are we wiser to the nature of the truth. I don't get why would that be? Like wisdom. You will say the same? So that was the end of it? Maybe that's why it wasn't. But I was expecting at least like a chest or something. Whatever. And Furen doesn't go in either, so let's do it, Sayu.
Drat. You caught.
Huh. So this is just a hole. And that's it. That did nothing. How would I be able to apply more force? Whatever. That didn't work. I will look it up if there's something else to be done here, but seems like nope. Hey, just here.
Strike a pose.
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
What is that paper thing? Or is that this? The challenge itself? I guess it was the challenge.
There than the unexpected.
Okay. There's no more around here.
Overruled.
Then what else would I... What I will definitely do is I would like to know what these two are. That's our time, Simlanka. So this wasn't voice acted, right? Whatever. Okay, that means that I need to activate these by myself. Oh, by myself. Wow. Those are things to do. Where am I even going then? This way, so let's see. Cheap. Okay. Good talk. There you go.
An impressive
The
land.
complications. Nah. Okay, whatever, it worked.
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
Okay, let's see if this is not going to be voice acted, right? Or maybe. Well done, my fine hind-legged ladies and gentlemen. Well done indeed. This jumping contest is on fire. Just a moment ago, we saw this Stamp the Fearless show his awesome height, might. With his impressive epic strength, he's made a stable yet distant leap, bond worthy of a favorite to take hold. But next up, we have the one you've all been waiting for, the unequal, the unrivaled, the unparalleled Further, who will emerge as a champion and win the great honor and burden of fetching the princess. Before the final round begins, let us take a short break and give our two contestants time to rest. For the time being, the competition venue will be open to you all, so go forth and jump to your heart's content. That's what a rain song bond is here for, after all. Okay, let me move. There you go. This is not a quest for now. It's a very, very extremely unimportant thing to play right now. But also I expect the other quests to also be unimportant. Okay, let's see, where are we with summer gifts? Still 12 left. Well, there's a chest, so Hey,
Ah, something with which to commemorate this occasion.
that was a little bit hidden. Okay. And this is a little bit far. I mean, probably there's another one on the other side, right? Nope. Okay. Somebody here. This is... This isn't the eye of the filter. Wow, the lamp really came off. It isn't broken now, is it? Calm down, Paimon. It's still glowing. Here, Paimon, catch. What? Don't just give it to Paimon. Someone definitely catch him. This thing, they're gonna rake us over the coast for sure. Oh, what do we do now? Wait a minute. Why is this lamp still shining even after being removed? Never mind that for now. Let's put the lamp back before anyone sees it. Please wait, honored guests. Uh-oh, this is gotta be the light keeper. Look, the lamp is still glowing. It doesn't look broken. No, of course not. If anything, dear guest, you've saved me much time and trouble by bringing it down. Ah, yes, I forgot to introduce myself. Esnomar is my name, and I am the lighthouse keeper. The bow keeper. This here is said lighthouse, and I greet you on both our behalves. Still, this is a bad time. A while ago, our lighthouse here was felled by a fuming, furious dragon. I'm still trying to figure out how to lift him up again. That way, his light shall shine upon even the most distant of places that our wayfaring venturers may find their way back to our village. That said, since you've retrieved this lamp, I'm thinking that if you could mount it somewhere high, its light should be visible even in distant ventures. Oh, that makes sense, Paimon. Let's back up a little. Let's back up a bit, shall we? What are ventures again? And what do they have to do with the lighthouse? You two must be new here. They are explorers, wayfarers, those willing to leave everything behind and travel far abroad. Sinners? Their journeys take them to the ends of the skies. After all, a mere jaunt over the constellation metropole or rain-sunk pond requires no lighthouse to show the way. The lighthouse to show the way is like the halogens, the visions, the tracks here. And so venturers board their little boats and set sail for where the stars set. Or perhaps the other end of the rainbow. Huh. That's interesting. When they wish to return, the lighthouse shall be their guide. When they return, some venturers have grown most strange, mumbling ceaselessly about value and suitability. Maybe this is not at all the bowkeeper thing, it's more like... our return to our home. But that doesn't stop their luggage from containing many pretty stones, beautiful art and seeds. Wait, and what if they don't wish to return? Huh. Why, that is their prerogative. No matter what, the radiance of their Brickstacks lighthouse shall shine upon the distant places where the stars fall. So long as they are willing, anyone may follow the light back to our village at any time. But now that the lighthouse has fallen, his lamplight cannot cross those vast distances. It's like the abyss keeps us here because it covers the way that we would be able to leave. Or the sustainer of the heavenly principles, or the sustainer is corrupted by the abyss, which I really think that is corrupted. My friend Roselle just set off a few days ago. He must surely have gotten utterly lost now, just like all our other adventurers. I wish to set this lighthouse back up, but he remains unmoving even with the entire village working together. But now, you've managed to take down the lamp. If this lamp remains lit, even after being removed, why don't we just hang it up somewhere high? Huh, you're right. If you do that, the lamp's light will definitely be visible even at a distance. If only there were hooks in the sky to hang it on. Perhaps if we had a high-altitude floating island? Oh, fuck you. Really? Oh, Celestia will be the savior. And as it happens, I do know of an island, the highest mountain in the area. Rosa taught me how to survey elevation, and I've already estimated the elevation of all the nearby islands in his absence. You know, to pass the time. If we hang the lamp up there, the light would be visible from far away for sure. That should be enough to allow our adventurers to find their way back home. That said, this Rosa guy sure knows a lot. Of course, Rosa is the bravest, most inquisitive venturer we have. Not only has he traveled the length and breadth of the world, but he has traveled still further beyond our world on his windmill ship. He often ranges... But our venturer who ventured... He often ranges far abroad indeed, even to places where the lamplight fails to touch. But he's told me that no matter how weak the lamp's light is, he always knows where the lighthouse is and can follow it back to the village. Let's go have a look at that island, shall we? Let's hang this lamp up high, shall we? So it could be that we are from Tevat. And we have traveled worlds because we were sent out. So that we would be able to travel between worlds. So that was basically our thing. I would love to go, but I must stay and keep watch over the lighthouse, for it is the first place venturers come upon returning to the village. Of course. Yes, he has collapsed, but I must do all I can to sort things out here. I cannot allow him to receive our returnees all by his lonesome. They mix it up so freaking... Because this is now... The previous sentence was something else, but now... Yes, Celestia has collapsed, but I must do all I can to sort things out here. So somebody is here trying to repair. not to like recover, not just to recover, but to repair the place as well, because he's there alone. They are there, like the sustainer is there alone. So that's why they cannot do anything, because then they would abandon the place. And it's like Celestia has a giant lighthouse in the middle. So it's definitely resembling that. But the returnees here are Allogenes. Then there's Rosa. He has been drifting so far from home for so long. I absolutely must give him a hug the moment he returns. Someone who is not an Allogene. Different from the others. Descender. So please, dear guest, could you help me hang up the lamp at the highest point possible? I have some savings. Your deed shall not go unrewarded. So Celestia will probably come faster than we have expected. Rosa, is that awesome, huh? Don't worry. Leave this to me. Of course, he will not sit around and wait for that. His heart is far too stout for that. Even should the lamp's light fail utterly, he would use his windmill to seek hither and thither for the way back to our village. So please help me, dear guests, and Rosa too. Why the windmill? So maybe it's not Rosa, maybe it's Istaros. I mean, it's Rosa, but maybe it's not the travelers, but Istaros. Because of the wind. But at this point, we are not going to say no. Thank you, my gratitude and more. On behalf of my lighthouse and Rosa too, I shall be here waiting for him and for you. Okay. So is this just a small quest? I could have gone through. You guys.
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
This one is actually like a broken heart. Get it, there's still so many things to do, but I also have shit to do. Wait a sec. I could have just teleported there. Manuel. Showing. Why are you still angry? Perhaps you really should have ventured outside. Hello there. Did you plant this tree? We like to, and it's even a freaking tree brought into the conversation. Sorry, I just brought some drinks. We like to decorate it a bit. We'd like to hang a lamp on this tree. So even the tree, or the tree itself could be the lamp. A lamp? Well, putting one up would be nice. Some warm light might do Chauvin's mood some good. Might even put us on speaking terms again. Or maybe these two are the travelers, you know, or two shades who are fighting, or the primordial one and the second who came, and there are so many possibilities. Please do lend us a hand then, and if you may lend, if I may lend you one in turn, just say the word and it shall be so. So we might be able to help Celestia, and in turn they will help us with the abyss. Just a second. I'm applying medication. Okay. Mostly. Okay. Nice. Smooth sailing so far, eh, Pitine? Come on, let's get this lamp hung on. Lamp hung up. Okay. Because of the not talking, I think this represents the twins. That should do it. The light should shine far and wide now. Not that anything's happened yet. Okay, so what do we do then? We wait, of course. Maybe those venturers have seen the light already and are on the way back as we speak. Okay. Nothing happened. Another person has returned. Hello, you two. Do not disturb. Not to disturb you or anything, but what were you intending to do by hanging that light up again? Well, long story short. You tell Panuel what happened? I see. I've heard about the issue with Esnoir and the lighthouse as well, and this idea is a good one. However, perhaps we could hang it up still higher. Paimon, fly that lamp way, way up, would you? And how long is Paimon supposed to stay up there, huh? We don't even know what the ideal elevation is. It's not like we can take measurements every few meters or something. If only there really was a hook in the sky for us to hang that lamp on. Like a shell. A veil. Hanging the lamp up in the sky, that could perhaps be possible. See? Told you there was a way. So is there such a place to hang the lamp? Please let me finish. This idea of mine may not actually work. The Whispering Isle is not far from here. If a gift is offered unto the goddess on that island, she will grant the supplicant their wish. Wow, that's some island. Raidu. So let's take this lamp on over to that Whispering Island and see what the deal is. That said, I do not know if that goddess still hears our wishes. I've been to that island to offer gifts, but my wishes were not granted. Perhaps something's gone wrong somewhere. What did you wish for? My wish was a simple one. To be friends with Chauvin forever. We used to live here together, taking care of things, taking care of this tree, drinking tea and chatting. He once set off on a long journey, and when he returned he was almost unrecognizable. Not that it should have mattered, we were still friends, I thought. We'd understand one another. But he grew stranger and stranger, his days filled with odd mumblings and melancholy. He even rejected all my tea party invitations. I feared that he might no longer want to be my friend, so I made plans to go to the Whispering Isle and make a wish to the goddess. The oldest legend in our village says that originally the goddess greatly favored the brave, so long as a valiant person were to bring her gift as a proof of their courage, she would respond to them. But I feared that she would not bestow her favor upon me, and so I brought a dragon scale with me. Do you know about the giant dragon that suddenly emerged from the titanium mines? It flattened a great many homes and even mashed that mountain. Now our venturers can no longer repair their boats or make tools there, and have had to change from whence they embark on their adventures. That mountain is just over there, but nowadays he is as broken as the broken sea itself. We've constantly tried to chase the dragon away and defend our village. Whenever it flew above our village, we would grab chairs, tables, forks and spoons with which to chase it away. Seems as if you've succeeded thus far. We should prepare a few utensils ourselves. Hey, it's not like the dragon's made of bread or butter or something. Forks and spoons wouldn't do squat to it. Well, whatever the case may be, at least the dragon hasn't come back to set fire to the village or roll over it or anything like that. Mindurin's no evil dragon, he just wants to be friends with everyone. Is that so? In that case, his way of showing it is most unexpected. Well, we couldn't understand what he was saying at the time anyway, so all we could do was chase him off. When he left behind a scale. I believed that it would prove my courage, and my neighbors thought so too. And when I put the scale before the statue of the goddess, it began to glow with an awesome light. I thought that this meant that the goddess acknowledged my wish and was about to grant it. But Showin did not change. He still refused to come out of that pot, and remains as upset as ever. He even advised me to become a venturer and go on a long journey with him. No way am I doing that. Wait, come out of what pot now? It almost sounds like he's some sort of potted flower. That's right, Showing is presently a flower in a pot. What? I mean, that's pretty alright, isn't it? He can live next to the tree and I can take care of him, water him, drink tea and sing for him. But he always says that no matter where he goes, he must be sure of his place. Something he learned from his venturing, and that pot is his place. Coax and cajole as I might. I can't get him out of that pot. The goddess didn't make my wish come true, and I don't know what the matter is. Oh, sorry for going on and on like that. Must have taken up quite a bit of your time there. The Whispering Isle is that way. Perhaps the goddess will be more willing to hear your wish. Okay, but first I need to get to Fontaine because time is of the essence. Huh. I haven't had a concurrent viewer, but I have a like. Happens. But thanks for whoever. It's just... yeah, YouTube did not recognize you. One. Just quickly.
Laid bare.
Righty. Where? By the way. Oh, because two of them were... Or did I do two already in the morning? Could be. Maybe I could have just... pressed this thing and then finish with it. Whatever. Nope. Nope. Just here.
Ad Astra.
Yep.
Thank you for complete.
Yep.
Ad Astra.
Yep. And also... let's do this. Just don't have the time, so... oh, free. I don't know where do I get these frees and whatnot, because I think like I'm always depleting these, but they are just there. Okay. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do this one here. This one. Yes. We'll do this one here. Getting some more dendro artifacts. Okay, let's switch Sayu to
My blade will lead us through the shadows.
Chlorind.
You are not welcome here.
Into the shadows.
Now you're testing my patience. We'll meet again.
I love these comp. They are like destroying everything. These are not good.
Strike a pop!
Time to testify. Ready.
Now you're testing my patience. We'll meet again.
It's like unfair. I have to save it. It's elemental mastery and nothing.
Stabilize.
Shower me with drip!
Overruled. Hunt them down. Noted.
We'll meet again.
It's unfair. Okay. Oh. 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 Alright.
You are not welcome here. Gather. This is order.
Transfixed.
Now you're testing my patience. Will.
Everlasting as the moon.
Okay.
Stabilize.
Strike a pop!
Now you're testing my will. Meet again.
Ah. Feels so powerful. Nah. Nah. That was sad. That was sad as fuck. Whatever. Let's. Oh, wait a second. The crystal fly trap is done, which means.
Add Astra.
No, not you. That was just a mistake. Actually, I need you first. Just two. Yep, that means that this guy is coming. Okay.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
This comes in. Let's give it. I have not tested it with foul.
Into the shadows.
Nah. Nope, not the best. Not the worst either, but
There'll be an extra fee for that.
alright. Okay, daily. Alright, I need to do a lot of things. At this point, I want to finish at least this one. The other one with the frogs, I don't think that's important, but we'll see. I still will not finish it for a while, probably. If it accidentally starts for the next chapter, then, well, this should be the Whispering Isle, though we don't know what kind of offering to give. Let's have blah blah blah. But I didn't even... I don't remember my own actions. I'm kind of starting to fit in, but that has the scale. Present you now your armor strong. This should be the dragon scale that Penny used to wish then. It can't be retrieved, and it seems like he really did make a wish. Nope, it's no use. The scale won't come off. I guess the goddess liked the gift after all. Okay, let's go to the other ones. Here make the wish you hold so dear, and the reason for your prayer you must make clear. But I did this last stream, just saying. Offer here your weapon bright, dispel the dance days as light does night. So all three? 3 statues, and it looks like we are gonna have to offer them 2 more gifts. But what should we offer? Paimon hasn't a clue. Any pots, Pitine? If it should be related to the wish, we should offer that lamp. That makes sense, as Noir's wish is to see this lamp hung high for all to see, right? Well, that's just about Clear's armor. But we don't have any clue where to begin with weapons. It could be a sword, a polearm, there's way too many options. Let me fish out all my weapons from my backpack first. Perhaps the 2 gifts we need to have to do... 2 gifts we need have to do with dragons. That makes sense. Panuel's dragon scale must have been the armor. That means the weapon must also have something to do with dragons. And that might be true enough, but... why don't we go talk this one out with Minidurin? Let's head over to the mountain the dragon destroyed first, shall we? Yeah, we're not doing anything sitting around here and thinking. Panio said that the dragon crashed into that mountain and smashed it, right? If we're lucky, we might find some draconic bits and bobs, teeth, horns, or maybe other stuff like that. Oh, now those sure sound like weapons. Right, let's go then. And let's hope that mountain isn't as broken as he said. Because the dragon scale is a dragon armor, so the dragon's weapon is a dragon tooth. Makes sense. That said, Whispering Isle is pretty big, huh? The 3 goddess statues up there are huge. If this was an ordinary adventure story, there would be mysterious treasures hidden under the statues or something. I mean, we found it already. On that note, I think we should take a closer look around. You never know when you'll find something nice. I've got no problem taking a little stroll. The goddess probably won't mind, will she? We'll just be careful. See, instead of touch, let's just break. It's settled then. As to whether we're going treasure hunting or weapon finding first, well, that's up to you. Okay. So you're not talking to Minidurin, because I don't think that would have made much sense. These fish are huge. Ramming through this must have hurt a dragon a lot. It's a cramp, I'm sure. So we could put a key there. And there and there. That is not a key, a bomb. And one is missing from there. Yep, there it is. Oh, okay, it's still with me. I thought that it disappeared. Oh yeah, I forgot every time that I can do this. Right, let's take a look inside. Oh, look at that. Is that a sword? But what just happened by looking for a weapon? Also, let's try to find a, whatever, cool.
Overruled.
Any more? Try again.
Shower me with the...
Ready.
Okay. Give it. You're all. Huh? Pull! Where did all these times come from? Or something, something, something. Let's have a look around. Maybe we'll find some clues about that sword. Hey, the sword came out. Guess we've got days go first to thank, huh? This sure is a mysterious place, but either way, we've got the sword so as well. Rather than a sword, I must say that this feels more like a horn. A horn? You mean like one from that dragon? If scales are dragon's armor, then we could consider horns its weapons. I mean, it's more like a sword. Not that we found any other clues anyway. Let's go back and offer it to the goddess. And then we've just gotta hope that she likes our gifts. Oh, and just...
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
And we need 6 more. Oh, there's so many things around. Thank you. Should I just... get there and that's it? Okay. So present the weapon. Give or take. And now we wish. Make a wish. The moon. that wave. The moon. It says different things. That it's the moon. The moon story I'm not that much into. But I think 3 of the shades were moons. One of them is lost. One of them has died. As far as I know. But it's wholesome. Miss Noir, oh, it's good to see you. I knew I could trust you and the light that you shone my way. I gave you my word, dear friend, and now you're back. As for the light, however, you have our 2 guests to thank. Skies above, that was you then. I thought you had been stranded on that island when I saw you on my return trip, which is why I invited you on board. Words fail to describe how thankful I am to you. Had that radiance not reached my ship, I am sure I would have been utterly lost at sea. Also, what happened to your lighthouses, Nar? What happened to this place? What exactly did I miss? Okay. So these are not the siblings. Even though they probably referenced them with them. But these are probably, again, representing more like in the Celestian thing. Asnar gesticulates wildly as a dragon crashed into the village. So what I think is that when I will see it at the end. We're almost at the end, so I will see it after. Dragon crashed into the village and another into the waterfall behind it. That really is a lot. I'm going to have to ask you to give me all the details when you've got time. Well, I have the time right now. I have time anytime, in fact. I've managed to clean up a little area where we can have some tea and cakes and enjoy the fragrance of the flowers while we're at it. Really? Then that would be no problem at all. In fact, I've been looking forward to this. I show you the new samples I've collected too. You will not believe all the different types of flowers and bugs I've encountered. It's just a shame that my bag is so small. I shall bring a larger one next time for sure. So if Devat is an arc, and some allogenes, or venturers, or the cosmic entities, descenders, travelers can. So that would make sense why we are travelers. That we would travel to other worlds, collect stuff from them, from there, wildlife, plants and whatnot, and populate Tevat with those. And then at one time when we returned, there was a problem. Next time you leave again, I presume. Do not worry, our time together is lengthy still, as Noir. The time we have now is more than sufficient for me to tell you about all the new things I've seen, I assure you. Are you going back out venturing? Yes, I am a venturer. To venture is my calling. I am a traveler. To travel is my calling. Don't go, Rosal. Have you not noticed how some of your colleagues become strange when they return? They fret about the value of carpets and hats, but not at all about which is more beautiful or intricately made. Don't be angry, Asnar. We can speak about this later. I brought you flower seeds from outside. Ones with contours and colors I'm sure you've never seen before. Ah yes, dear guest, you too should take some of these marvelous new gifts I've obtained from outside. Consider them a token of my gratitude. Thank you for lighting the way for my ship, and also for taking care of Esnoir. So I have ambivalent feelings about this. Now that the light illuminates the bay, I'm sure the other adventurers will also begin returning to the village. I hope they can rest well. After all, there are many far-off places that await their exploration still. Talk to Verut. Who is Verut? Where is Verut? Oh, that's daily. Okay, so I finished this one. This was referential, and I guess then the frog one wouldn't be that complicated either. So I think I should do the story quest of Arlecchino. And at that point I would finish the frog quest as well, and then like probably do some more exploring, or maybe together with this, because these are FOMOs. That odd texture mystery. Maybe that's not that long either. Haha, that's what she said. These are not important. Oh, these are okay. Yeah, the new dailies. Scholars and Fontaine. Okay, so I won't even do them right now, because I will just go to sleep, and then maybe tomorrow. Whatever. Hey, I have mail. Yay. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Hopefully today. Probably. Ish. Bye.